Hey everyone, so part of the reason why I started a YouTube channel is to give you guys a semblance of truth through analysis and actual real-world testing. That means cutting through the marketing numbers to see what's real and what's just hyped up. More often than not, companies are forced to use big numbers to make themselves look good in the face of competition, especially when they need to stand out in retail shelves. But this product, the RangeXTD, is an egregious display of marketing fuckery over a simple and cheap Wi-Fi repeater. I came across this article through an advertisement on YouTube, and in the article they claim with a supposed testing metric using speed tests that buying the RangeXTD will improve your networking speeds. This whole article is clearly designed to advertise and market the product with inflated numbers and not give a balanced review. Immediately in the first paragraph, the writer states that the ISP is at fault for your poor Wi-Fi at home. While that may be true, there are other factors that can contribute to poor connections, like whether your devices that you're using are aging or the Wi-Fi router is placed at a bad location. There's many reasons that your internet at home could be bad, and it's not always necessarily the internet service provider's fault. The writer goes on to claim that it is planned obsolescence, where companies deliberately and intentionally create something that's meant to die fast. To me, that is actually a normal part of technology, not the planned obsolescence part. But when you use products, as with everything that improves over a length of time, anything that you use will show its age, especially when you compare new futuristic products with something that's 2-3 years ago. This article conflates planned obsolescence in a way that's not provable to be true, that the ISP is deliberately hankering your hardware or trying to disrupt your services, because it actually makes the ISP look bad if they do something like that. Yes, it is in the ISP's interest to give you lower grade hardware, but think of it this way. If you have 1 million customers signing up for your internet service and you have to issue equipment to every single sign up, while one device may not cost much, multiply that cost by 1 million and you understand why they don't push for higher end equipment. Then of course the scam deepens. The article goes on to make another claim that ISPs may engage in something called throttling. So throttling, simply put, is a way that ISPs use to manage network traffic during peak hours. And there is some truth to that. It's quite normal for ISP to throttle and manage traffic. But the thing is that this speed is controlled by the ISP, not by crappy hardware at home. Buying this bullshit Wi-Fi repeater does not improve your Wi-Fi speed if it is throttled by the ISP to begin with. So they cannot expect that you buy a Wi-Fi repeater like this and then you improve the speeds that's already lowered on the outside by the ISP. And the scam doesn't stop here. According to some screen capture of a speed test and the video itself, apparently this device is able to wirelessly transmit over 300 Mbps. I can confidently tell you that that number is very POFMA/fake news. Let me explain. The RangeXTD is undeniably a Wi-Fi repeater. It connects to an existing router that you have at home and just rebroadcasts that signal. But in doing this, it actually cuts the total capacity of the Wi-Fi speed in half. It needs to forward data from your router to your phone or laptop or any other device connected to the repeater. By doing this, it needs to dedicate half of the Wi-Fi signal to connect to your router and the other half to any other device connected to it. That essentially is a Wi-Fi repeater. And this 300 Mbps number is borderline bullshit again. It's stated in their spec sheet that this device is 2.4 GHz 300 Mbps. That means that this Wi-Fi repeater only has a single band and it needs to split that up into half. At best, if you're lucky, you can only achieve 100 Mbps max. So that 300 Mbps speed test, definitely bullshit. And do you know how this device gets away with this kind of overinflated numbers? It's actually buried in their terms and conditions. Under section 3, accuracy and completeness and timeliness of information, the T&Cs clearly state that they are not responsible if the information on their website is not accurate, complete, or current. Even though they're supposed to sell you a product that they know and created, that's kind of crappy, isn't it? It's like you go up to a salesman and buying a car, and then the salesman is like, oh, this car can last 1,000 kilometers on 1 liter of diesel, and then turn around and say to you, hey, it's also not my responsibility to tell you accurate information, just claims. To be clear, a Wi-Fi repeater isn't a bad product. It does what it's intended to do, and it's disproportionately inflated marketing and false shit like this that people who don't know anything about technology tend to fall for. And it's my job to suss out these inaccurate information and tell you what the reality is. A Wi-Fi repeater can cost $20 to $30 these days, and the RangeXTD is worth probably $10 given how old the hardware is. not some overpriced, overhyped device that is accompanied by this type of marketing that's just out to swindle customers that know little to nothing. Don't buy this, please. Take my advice and go on Amazon or Shopee or Challenger and buy from them. Buy reputable name brands. At least they sell products that are worth more value than this RangeXTD crap. The only thing this RangeXTD is extending is its overreach of what it can do. If you want reliable advice from an expert, consult me, please. I do this as a job to supplement my income to fund this channel's journalism. If you're interested, link in the description. You can talk to me there. We can work something out. Thanks for watching this expose. If you like this content, subscribe and like. If you want to know if something is or isn't a scam, leave a link. I'll take a look at it. I've got other videos as well, tech stuff. Go ahead, click it. Go ahead. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.